everyone, welcome to my first progress update as part of the +1 challenge for Italian. So I just wanted to introduce everyone to the materials that I'm going to be using. Some of my friends have been asking me what Duolingo is, mostly because I've become obsessed with it over the past 10 days that you can see I've been using it. So basically the day that I found out about it, I started using it and became obsessed. And then it just escalated into me wanting to do the +1 challenge, and so here I am now. And I want to give a very special shout out to Professor Weimer, one of my very dear friends, who totally inadvertently introduced me to this app and caused this rampant obsession. And so I've been talking about it a lot, and my friends are like, what is this thing? And if you look at the video on their homepage, it doesn't really do justice to what a learner can experience on the website, so I just want to give you a quick overview. And then I'll let you join me while I do some skill strengthening practices so you can see my initial progress in the first 2 days of my +1 challenge. So the way Duolingo works is if you are completely new with a language, in the same way that I was with Italian, you start with the basics. And this is a skill called basics, and it has 3 lessons within this skill. And each lesson kind of tells you what new and target words you're going to be learning, or what new and target phrases you're going to be learning. So here we learn yo, I, una and una, a, ragazzo, ragazza, boy and girl, uomo, donna, man and woman, sono, are, and le and lao, the, masculine and feminine, the. So, etc., etc. And so right now my strength on these previously learned lessons for this previously learned skill is 5 out of 5, which is obviously 100%, so it's fine. But I can click here and I can strengthen these basic skills as well. If it, in 3 months I'm not going to have a perfect memory of maybe, these are all pretty basic. These are repeated throughout the program, but maybe I don't have a perfect memory of some of them, so I can strengthen this particular skill. If I don't want to focus so much on a particular skill and I want to strengthen all the skills I've learned so far, I can also click here to strengthen my skills in general, which will test me on all of the skills that I've already mastered, basically. And I can click on any one of these new skills in the tier that I'm currently at, which is, as you can see, it's the 4th tier. So I can click on any one of these skills, and it tells me how many lessons are involved in each skill. So I'm going to need to learn 4 lessons to complete the animals skill, and I'm going to need to learn 7 lessons to complete the food 2 skill. And hopefully by the time I visit Italy this summer, I will have mastered. My goal is to have mastered up until, let's see, I think it's around here. So as you can see from the location of my scroll bar, this is about halfway through the Duolingo program. Now realistically, that is, I think this is like 197 or so. Well, that was when I calculated a couple days ago, so it's maybe 190 now or something. But this is maybe 190 lessons further than I've gotten so far. So realistically, I'm probably not going to get all the way to the bottom of this last skill tier, but if I can get somewhere close, that would be fantastic. And I'm definitely going to be done with all of these secondary basics, and hopefully at least halfway through this would be nice, and that'll be about 100 to 180 lessons or so. And then for the rest of the time until I leave until Rome, I'll have a chance to study up on all of this other stuff, and hopefully there will be another +1 challenge, and I can study with you all again at that time. So let's see what I've learned. Loro scrivono. This would be, let's see if I can do this. Scrivete would be voi. Scrivo io. Scriviamo Noi. Scrive, I think it's lui, lei. And scrivono is loro. And I think scrivi is tu. I get tu and lui, lei confused in Italian. They're very different than, they seem somehow very different than Spanish. So the really cool thing about Duolingo is, as you can see, I have a certain number of hearts, which is basically I have 3 lives, and it says don't make more than 3 mistakes, so you have to start over. So it really is gamified. You have all of these questions. If you can see, this is like 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have all of these questions that you have to answer, and you can't have more than 3 incorrect, or you're going to have to start the lesson over. Because obviously if you're kind of guessing or something, then you're not really understanding things, and it's not going to help you learn the language. I want to make sure that it helps you learn the language. You can also discuss the sentence as you come across them, so of course it tells you.
Loro scrivono.
Loro scrivono.
Loro scrivono.
It's a good way to remember the conjugation scrivo, loro. Okay, so somebody has asked a question, and native Italian speakers or other learners can respond, things like that, so that you can sort of get a more detailed analysis of the actual use of the language, even though you're just learning, as you can see, extreme basics. We're learning verb conjugation.
La donna mangia pesce.
Now, if you really weren't sure about that, you just mouse over any word and it shows you what they mean. The cool thing about Duolingo, using it on your computer as opposed to your phone, which I love using it on my phone, but you can see all the conjugations of the words. So here we go. Tu mangi, voi mangiate. Mangiate, I think. Mangiamo. I always say like mangiamo. I don't know why. I think that's wrong. I'm pretty certain that's wrong.
La donna mangia pesce. La donna mangia pesce.
So it's really a very holistic system. Why is the first wrong? Yeah, la donna mangia il pesce. This is a confusing thing that comes up a lot. Definite articles in Spanish and Italian are sometimes required, where they are very awkward in English, and so it's kind of hard as an English speaker to really understand what the difference is. So here, tu mangi il pollo, I want to make sure that I got the conjugation right. Mangi, yeah. So then I can look here and I can see tu mangi. And then it would be voi mangiate, which is the vosotros, or the nosotros without me, basically, form.
Lui mangia alla cena. Lui mangia la cena.
Oh, this one's hard. Bottiglia, I think. Yes. Lei mangia. It's a weird word that does not sound like beef to me. It starts with an M. Manso. See, manzana in Spanish means apple, so I keep thinking she's eating an apple. Noi scriviamo.
La birra è una bevanda.
So, in this example, la needs to be used in front of birra in Italian, but in English we would just say beer is a beverage. We wouldn't say the beer is a beverage. Yo mangio la mela. La mela è una frutta. I was like saying that all day yesterday for some reason.
Voi mangiate un pesce.
Ah. See. So this is what happens when you get a question incorrect. So for example, it
Pesce,
didn't say il pesce, it said un pesce, and I accidentally put you all eat the fish. So it should be you all eat a fish. And so I got this question wrong, but it shows me the correct solutions, which I really appreciate. Pay attention to singular versus general pronouns or something. Definite versus indefinite, right? So I really appreciate things like that. It really helps me understand. It's an immersion program, which is, as any university will tell you, is the most natural way to learn a language.
Io mangio la cena.
So I like to check.
Io mangio la cena.
I like to check each word. That's what I love about the turtle pace, and you can also check it quickly.
Io mangio la cena.
And I lost one heart, so I don't get a perfect score. But I get fun times. See, I'm like addicted. I did like 50 XP this day and like 40 some this day.